24,000 health in a minute and a half? Wait, hang on a minute. I might not have what it takes to fight this guy. Oh wait, my game's frozen. Wait, are we about to crash? Have I made a horrible mistake? Yes! Hello everybody and welcome back to some more All the Mods 11. Today we are in a cave for a very specific reason. I've kind of been running out of things to do at the current phase of the mod pack. There's really only one more big thing I could do for a couple videos maybe. I don't want to do that. What we're doing today, since I'm running out of things, is I want to try a possible experiment with the Apothic pearls. Now, one of the pearls that we can get, these gate pearls that summon waves, is called the Endless Gateway Pearl. It's supposed to be that it will provide endless waves of mobs. So I want to see if I can possibly make a mob farm from this thing. Granted, I'm gonna use it exclusively for the Apothic loot. The normal loot that we get from the mobs, I want to convert that into experience so I can get an experience for it. I have a special sword I made for that. I'll go into that when we get there. But for us to get the pearl, we first need to do another one, the Gateway of the Pinnacle. Back when I was doing the apotheosis and leveling myself up through the levels and stuff, I did the gateway pearls, but I didn't do this one that unlocks at the final stage. We are going to do that now, as this thing's reward will be for the Apothic Invader's Pearl. And that's why I'm in this cave, because due to one of my items that I have, I am perfectly invisible and undetectable when I am in darkness, which is why I have gone down here. So let's go ahead and summon this baby, and we will fight ourselves a bunch of mobs. Is that those are giants. Those, oh, those are giants. Why are those giants? Excuse me? I didn't think I was gonna have to deal with that. Okay, well that's kind of neat, I guess. Boy, that probably would have been a real interesting challenge. Guess that didn't happen though. I mean, what can you expect, really? So, okay, then we got all these guys who is running away. Stop your running. Wait, are those killer rabbits? Oh my gosh, they're killer rabbits. I haven't seen the new rabbit design yet. Yeah, because they did change the bunny. That is weird. Okay, so that's what killer bunnies look like now, I guess. If you guys could stop running away, I really don't want this thing to explode. I don't know if it will, but I need you to stop hopping. Little bunny foo-foo, let me bop you on the head. Get over here. Okay, there we go. Then we got this guy who is still running away. Okay, there's 2 enemies remaining. It's a bunny. Gosh dang it, I hate these stupid things. Get over here. Get over. Get over here! This thing is so gosh dang annoying. Oh my gosh. I know exactly what music I'm gonna put in to chase those stupid things. Oh, I can already see it. Where'd the illusioner go? There he is. I see you. I see you. I see you. Die. Okay. This might have been a slightly bad idea, but it's fine. We're gonna be perfectly fine, and nothing bad will ever come from this. So, let's see where the next guys spawn. Okay, there's only 5 of them. There's some of them are Vexes. I gotta deal with those first because they can fly and they can fly through objects. Okay, come here. Nope, come here. There we go. Okay, so I got that guy. Now we just got a couple of Apothic invaders. Oh my gosh, he has 247 health. Oh, that is interesting. Okay, well, that's probably not a problem. I'm gonna hope that that's not a problem. I'm not even gonna begin to guess what the last wave is gonna be. Dude, these guys have so much health. Mind you, I only have a set amount of time to actually complete this. Oh, there we go. Okay, everything loaded in. So yeah, those tasks are messing everything up, but this is fine. Okay, so this should be the final wave. Oh, and I have a minute to do this. Dude, he has 24,000 health in a minute and a half? You've gotta be joking. Wait, hang on a minute. I might not have what it takes to fight this guy. I have a minute to take him down. I haven't even gotten a 1/4 of his health. You're joking. You gotta be joking. This can't be real. What? This is not real. There is no possible way that this is real. How am I supposed to do that much damage? Wait, hang on. No. How? Okay, hang on. We might have a goal then, because, oh my gosh, what the heck? I just did a couple hundred damage. I do not have enough time. I genuinely don't know what I can do against this guy. He has so much health. He has 66 armor. What do I do with this guy? I don't even know how much damage he would do. Dude, this is insane. The wave timer expired. What do I do with that? Craig the Eternal, it said his name was. That was not an inaccurate name. Do I even have what I need to make another one? No, I need another infused dragon's breath. That's not a problem, right? I do have more dragon's breath. Yeah, I have more dragon's breath. I can make that happen. But as I am, I'm not gonna be able to kill that guy. I might need to think of some way to do more damage. That is way more than I was expecting.
Later.
I'm taking a bit of a gamble. So I upgraded my sword to Godforged. I at least had enough to do that. And in the process, I went from 69 attack damage to 57. But I went for a trait that I'm hoping will do more. And that is plus 24% current HP damage. My hope is with that, it's going to do that amount of health as damage. Thus, depending on the strength of the mob, it's actually going to be more damage. So if it's very strong, that's going to be insane amounts of damage to like a boss mob. Whereas if it's a weaker mob though, I'm still doing 57 damage plus also still HP based damage. I'm really hoping on this one. I also added some gems to this thing. I affixed it with plus 9 armor pierce. So that 66 armor it had, that's hopefully going to go away, or at least it's going to be hindered. And I also have plus 55 crit damage. Here we go. This is the last gate pearl I'm actually going to be able to make because I'm out of Sigils of Malice. So here we go. We're taking a massive gamble with this one. If we succeed, this will be legendary. If we fail, oh wait, that was way more on my first hit than it was before. Hang on. I may have made a good call here. I don't know for certain, but we're gonna find out. Actually, wait, which of these do more damage at this moment? Okay, this one does more damage. Other sword doesn't matter then. Alrighty, it is now the moment of truth. We are almost oh wait, I forgot about the Vexes. Alrighty then, where are those guys at? Fortunately, they've got like probably the least amount of health out of anything here. So there we go. Here's hoping I haven't accidentally shafted myself with this, because if I did, oh boy. You know what? Just hoping that this is gonna add to the attack damage by having it in my offhand. We're gonna have that one over there as well. And it's gonna hopefully not suck. Okay. Wait. Oh. Dude! We just murdered Craig. And there it is, the endless gateway. I don't know how to feel about this. Okay, well, now that I have this thing though, and all that stuff that I got from here, I think all that's really left to do is for me to set up a place for me to actually automate this. At least that's what I want to see if I can do. I have an idea as to how I want to do that. And that's where this sword comes in. Now, remember what I said before. I don't want a lot of the just random mob loot. I don't have a use for that or a way to store that. What I do want though is experience, a lot of experience. And that's where this sword comes in. So it has knowledge of ages. I don't know if that'll affect it in the way that I'm going to be using this, but that would increase the amount of experience gained after hitting something. Also, it has the effect of enemies below 22% max health will be executed, so they'll just die instantly. The important part though is knowledge of the ages. What that does is anything killed by this sword, all of its loot will just be converted into experience. It will not drop anything. It will just be experience. I also am not certain though if the gate pearl is going to just drop random things, because look, it says it has rewards, but this is supposed to be endless. Who knows, really? That's why I'm also gonna have an item storage thing as well as my experience. Really, it's just gonna be where I want to set this up and then gonna be tweaking it a bit to see how well it's gonna work. I guess let's start with finding a good area for this. probably not near here in case things fall and rain death around my base. I think that'd be a good call.
Much later.
Alrighty, here we are. The new box where I'm hopefully going to be able to make this work. This is really an experiment. I'm not sure if I will actually be able to do this, and I've only got one shot at this. So this is what we're gonna work with. So I made a glass dome that is over our area inside of this thing. This should be able to pick all these stuff up. If this exceeds the area that these guys are able to spawn in, like if these guys can spawn outside of this, I'm in trouble. So we're gonna hope that we can't do that. But yeah, I got this massive clicker, which is gonna be able to click in here. That is how I'm going to use this sword. It is going to kill things with the things it clicks. I got the same for an item collector for any items that it might drop with an acacia diamond chest and an omega stacking tier, which stacks a whole lot of stuff, and our experience collector. So we're gonna have to hope that this works. And at the very top, I have slabs, but these are bomb slabs, so hopefully mobs shouldn't spawn on there. At least if this works in the way I think it does. So with that out of the way, this should be the center block since this is how this works. So it would be right here. That will then go all to that. And then, I don't mind natural spawns. Let's go ahead and start the gate. Okay, there it goes. And then we can just go ahead and close this off. Okay, now that should start. And then I can throw this into here. And, oh my gosh. Oh, but it doesn't stop the Endermen. It doesn't stop them. But, oh wait, I need to turn on collect experience. Okay, there we go. So now that's going. All my experience ended up going into here. But dude, it exceeds the area. Oh. And it may... Ooh, that's not good. So there's actually a possibility that it may have let them spawn on top. In fact, I'm pretty sure it did. So my slab idea did not appear to work then. Might as well get rid of those because those clearly aren't working then. I still need some way to stop them from spawning on top though. Ooh, this could be very, very bad then. Okay, also, the sword is not attacking you. You're not a hostile mob. So that means you're a neutral mob, or a passive apparently. I could just target adult. Wait, would that work? That might end up working then. Okay, and it looks like it's still gonna go even if there aren't things in there. Yeah, time remaining, wave 4 out of infinite. But that still didn't work. Okay, well, I guess all living things then. That's probably fine. So, yeah, that'll just attack all those things in there. The phantoms probably shouldn't fly out. I need a better way to do this though. There probably is one. I mean, it's not like it can't be done. And yeah, it is still killing them within good time. Wait. Don't tell me. Oh, wait, that's outside of there. Ow. Okay. Well, you're gonna meet me with that sort of nonsense. All right, fine. We'll just have to lure you back in. Or well, I guess I probably can't do that. Okay, then. So, ooh, but that was, oh, it's a sigil of malice. Ooh. Oh, that'll mean I'd be able to make another one. Oh, that's foreboding. Okay, well, I don't think this thing can explode. I don't think anyways. I need a different way to push them in though, because if they're gonna spawn up here, there needs to be a way to make them go back in. And how is this thing doing? Is this thing collecting stuff? It is collecting. Okay, so I'm gonna be able to get all sorts of different gems and apothic affixes. I need something to do about the armor though. If there's a way for me to automatically crush that, that would be good. Oh wait, my game's frozen. Wait, are we about to crash? Have I made a horrible mistake? Yes! Alrighty, so, some stuff happened. My world indeed crashed. Several times. To the point where, yeah, I concluded that save was a lost cause. So, I had to load my closest backup. The closest backup I had was on Monday. That was the last time I played before today. So everything I did in the last video is still there. All my blood magic, not blood magic stuff, none of that was touched. Unfortunately though, what it does mean is that everything I did today, before recording this, and after recording this, oh my gosh, and even this guy. Dude, I fought this guy off screen before I started today because I saw him. I didn't know what I was doing. Apparently we got honeyed archer. So yeah, there we go. Now that guy's gone. That's That's neat, I guess. I lost everything. Everything I did today, all the Apothic Invader stuff, it is gone. What that then means is this might be a bad idea. I'm gonna get everything back. I already was able to re-affix my sword with the effect I had before, so I should be able to kill Craig in the one shot this time, which will save me on some resources that I have now undone my undoing. I'm gonna need to re-get a lot of stuff. So before we end up placing down that pearl, I will be backing up the world again. And I will come back if I have a solution. If I do not, well then, nothing will happen because I think I figured it out. What I did was I just placed some clouds on top of this. These are from the Aether. And there you was, you just saw it. Anything that spawns on these purple clouds will get thrust in the direction where that wind is blowing, and anything that touches the green clouds will get thrusted downwards. So nothing should be able to escape this. I left a couple of gaps though, just because it should be fine for the most part. I don't think any phantoms will be able to get out of there without noticing. The Endermen, I don't think I can do anything about those because there's no Ender inhibitors in this one. So, ooh, but the shulkers, they do end up on the outside. That's unfortunate. I don't know if I can do anything about that one then. Oh well, that should be fine then. So I also set a backup right before doing this. So if anything should go wrong, like I think it just did. Yeah, it crashed. All right, well, I don't know if it's because the version I'm in or some other factor, but clearly the endless portal is a no-go. But since I still had everything to make the experience farm, I figured I do still want to do that since I am going to need levels for a lot of things. So what I did was I went and grabbed a spawner that we are going to go ahead and then put in here. We can go ahead and give that redstone control, so that way this will not start functioning until I flick that lever. And I grabbed a blaze spawner. Now this thing has an activation range of 16, which is about a whole chunk, but that is a little bit more than what we want. Now I am gonna try to finick with this thing as time goes on. Eventually I'm gonna want to get this one right here, which will basically put the mob spawner at the most optimal conditions. The only thing is I don't have this gem, which I get from end mobs. So as unfortunate as it is, I won't be able to do that part just yet, but I can still get some other things, as those can all be done fairly easily. The only things that they're going to take is infused spawn runes. Now, the spawn runes, for those of you who don't know, are the new way that Apothic mobs and the spawners and stuff has to allow you to augment the stuff. Uh-oh, it's not letting me out. Oh, okay, there we go. So all I need to do though is take this over to my enchanter area. So all we need is proper conditions, and then we can get this thing infused. And I believe that should be everything I need to get the one that will allow me to start getting them to spawn even faster. And then I'm pretty sure it's this one. Yeah, this will allow them to spawn without them being nearby. And then I'm pretty sure after that, it's gonna be just getting a bunch of them to spawn range, which will reduce how far they'll spawn, so they won't spawn outside of the confines.
5 minutes later.
Okay, I actually, turns out, made a bit of a mistake. The spawn range is actually fine. The spawn range is only in 4 blocks. I saw activation range, and that's within how many blocks I need to be for this thing to work. However, by activating this Rune of Solitude, which allows it to operate without me nearby, I can give it that, and that should just, you know, remove the activation range requirement entirely. So then after that, I can just go ahead and then add this thing here as well. Now it has a minimum spawn delay of 50 ticks. I believe those are ticks. So that's like half of a second. Once I get this one, it'll then be down to 20 for both. So now with that, I believe I should just need to turn this baby on. And unless it has a thing about the light, I don't think the blazes do. Yeah, there we go. All right, so now all I need to do is put that there, and then which one is, yep, here it is. We go ahead and put that in there, and then they all just start dying. Oh, that is beautiful. How much experience did I get from that? 33 levels right off the bat. That, and they're just dead. They're just dead. And the best part is the hearts and the Apothic gems are unaffected by the enchantment that I gave this thing. So while the normal blaze rod drops will give me even more experience, the gems and stuff should still come in here. At the very least, the hearts will. Hopefully this doesn't cause a crash like the other thing did. I don't know if it's just something with that or if there's something with this whole area being cursed or what. Either way, there we go. I finally gotten myself a suitable experience farm. Did you like this video? Good. Then be sure to check out our last video where we did the blood magic successor Nail Vitae. Bye-bye.